In the bustling city of Nairobi, there lived a man named Mzee Omondi. He was a successful businessman who had made his fortune in the construction industry. Mzee Omondi was well respected in the community and was known for his hard work, honesty, and generosity. However, like many men in his village, he had chosen to take two wives. His first wife, Mama Achieng, was a calm, soft-spoken woman. She had been with Mzee Omondi since the early days when they had nothing but dreams and a small plot of land in the village. They had moved to Nairobi together many years ago, and she had been by his side through thick and thin. Mama Achieng was a traditional woman, one who preferred to stay at home and take care of their three children. She was content with her role, and though life in the city was different from the village, she had learned to adapt. Her cooking, especially her famous fish stew, was a favorite of her husband and the entire family. Mzee Omondi's second wife, Mama Wanjiku, was quite the opposite. She was younger, energetic, and more modern in her approach to life. She worked as a banker in the city center and was proud of her independence. Mama Wanjiku loved the city life, the fast pace, the bright lights, and the constant movement. Unlike Mama Achieng, she wasn't interested in staying home. She enjoyed mingling with colleagues, attending work functions, and keeping up with the latest fashion trends. Mama Wanjiku and Mzee Omondi did not have children yet, but they had hopes of starting a family soon. Though they lived in the same compound, the two wives led very different lives. Their homes were separated by a beautiful garden in the middle, each with its own space and style. Mama Achieng's house was more traditional, with wooden furniture, woven mats, and simple decorations. Mama Wanjiku's home, on the other hand, was modern, filled with sleek furniture, gadgets, and artwork she had collected from various travels. At first, the two wives maintained a polite distance. There was a quiet understanding between them, and though they did not spend much time together, they rarely quarreled. However, as the years passed, tensions began to build. Mama Achieng felt that her husband was spending too much time with Mama Wanjiku. He would often return late from work, and when he did, it was usually to Mama Wanjiku's side of the compound. This hurt Mama Achieng, who had given so much of her life to support Mzee Omondi in the early years. She didn't know how to confront him, so she bottled up her emotions, letting her frustration show only in small ways, like when she refused to join them for family gatherings or when she kept her children away from Mama Wanjiku. On the other hand, Mama Wanjiku was beginning to feel the pressure of living up to the expectations of being a second wife. Though she enjoyed her freedom and independence, she could sense the unspoken competition between her and Mama Achieng. She worried that she hadn't yet given Mzee Omondi any children and feared that she might be seen as less important because of it. The glances she received from the neighbors only made things worse. One day, during a family gathering in the compound, the tension reached a boiling point. The entire family had gathered to celebrate Mzee Omondi's birthday, but as the evening wore on, the conversation became uncomfortable. Someone mentioned the importance of children, and it was clear that comment was directed to Mama Wanjiku. She bristled at the remark, and when Mama Achieng sadly agreed, it was too much for her. Mama Wanjiku stood up and, with a sharp tone, accused Mama Achieng of trying to undermine her place in the family. She claimed that Mama Achieng had always seen her as an outsider and that she was tried and that she was tired of being treated like she didn't belong. Mama Achieng, in turn, accused Mama Wanjiku of talking Mzee Omondi away from her and not respecting the family traditions. The two women exchanged heated words, shocking the family and leaving Mzee Omondi unsure of what to do. After that evening, the rift between the two wives grew wider. They no longer greeted each other, and the compound became a place of cold silence. Mzee Omondi, caught in the middle, tried to maintain peace, but it seemed that nothing he did could ease the tension. One day, Mzee Omondi fell seriously ill. It was unexpected, and for the first time in a long time, the two wives found themselves united in worry. As they sat beside his bed, they realized how much their quarrels had hurt not only themselves but also their husband and their family. Slowly, they began to mend their relationship. They didn't become best friends, but they learned to coexist peacefully once again. Mama Achieng continued to take care of the home while Mama Wanjiku resumed her work in the city. But they both made an effort to communicate better and respect each other's place in the family. Mzee Omondi eventually recovered and the household returned to a semblance of normalcy. The two wives were different in many ways. They had learned that they shared something important: their love for their family and their desire for peace in their home. In the end, the compound of Mzee Omondi became a place of balance, where tradition and modernity lived side by side, just like the two wives of Nairobi. Dani